Now let's go. As soon as they hear the voice and the flow, they already know it's Jay.
We got our own Mr. Wendell in the building. My newest team member. He's got all my Doc Hardy Show page numbers up. We got views are up, likes are up. Everything's up because of Mr. Benny Pharr. Benny, how you doing this morning, bro?
I'm well.
So you are, among other things, a spoken word artist. So this is National Poetry Month. Let me ask you first, about the importance of the spoken word. Like, why do you devote so much time and passion to this craft?
Wow. So poetry for me is important for self-expression. Being able to have a space where you can, get your feelings out, get your thoughts out, And, I've always used, writing as that channel to do those things. So, now being a part of that community, because I didn't have that or didn't realize how present it was when I was younger. So, eventually I found that community. So, seeing a bunch of other people, in alignment with that, it was great. So a lot of people doing the same things and, just having that ability to express themselves through their creativity.
When I played the Yaba Ibn Mandango piece earlier, we talked about his influence. Who are some of the poets or spoken word artists that have kind of influenced you or that you admire?
Oh, wow. When I first started, when I came on to, the spoken word scene, it was like 2010. And, for me, what I call the heavy hitters, at that point, there was Midnight out of Hartford, Lynette, Influence, Chief, my man Face, he's Stratford, Bridgeport, at the time who was running the event that I participated in called Poets Realm in Bridgeport is Ernell. He was running it. Influence runs it now. There was a lot back then. My man Jason, powerful poet, man. There's a very healthy list of names that I could run through right now who kind of influenced me and helped me mold into where I'm at now. And I can't forget Crollo. Crollo's my he coached me in a lot of different situations. So yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, the Poets Realm, shout out to Ernell. I've had him on the radio program before, and he talked about the origins of the Poets Realm here in Bridgeport, because he's in Florida now doing his things at the Poets Realm down there as well. So awesome. Well, you got some pieces for us. So tell us about what you're going to do, and then go ahead and let us hear you do your thing, brother.
I have selected a few. So I figured I'd start off with this one. It's called Why I Write. Kind of just like I said, like the way my poems are, they're all ultimately about myself and sharing my experiences and my vulnerabilities and things like that. Because, I think those kind of things are important. So, I'll start off with this. This one is Why I Write.
Okay.
I write for the late bloomers to help them find peace. Yesterday is gone. All we have is today to shape tomorrow. Be consistent and enjoy yourselves. What's for you will be yours. I write for everyone that's on another's payroll, who dream of being entrepreneurs, workers who want to work for themselves. So they spend their time off the clock, working to put their work in, hoping it works. No, knowing it works. I write for the co-parents who shoulder the weight of their past to carve better paths through the present, to make the trip a bit easier for their futures. Our burdens aren't theirs to bear. I write for the deadbeats. If your ears can't bear to hear it from me, imagine what it'll feel like hearing it from the echoes through the tears of your children. When they're strong enough to tear through that fear, and cast aside to spit the truth of their hearts in your face. Go clean yourself up. I write for the fatherless. It's not your fault he chose to walk. That's his loss. No, his absence can't be replaced, but don't let that negate the fact that people do love you. Focus on them. I write for the parents who live with the pain of losing children. It's a hurt that never fades, yet you gather your legs and learn to carry that pain a little better each day as you navigate through the rest of your existence with a piece of you missing. Have faith that they're sitting with the ancestors and watching over you. Celebrate them with every beat from your chest. I write for the invisible, those that we see in passing but don't acknowledge nearly enough. The people that feel exposed and unsafe. The ones who will and the ones who won't say, so they adapt and work and pray for better days. I write to ventilate my frustrations. Spilling what troubles me in ink prevents me from punching you in the face. My pen secures my freedom. I am too pretty for prison. These bars will suffice. I write for the brokenhearted, brave enough to love again. I write for the givers who didn't let takers diminish their generosity. I write for the wishers, the dreamers, the overthinkers. This world needs you now more than ever. Peace.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. There's some powerful messages in there. Bennie Pharr in here. It's Doc Hardy Show, doing a little poetry. This is the last day of National Poetry Month, and that was powerful. Why I Write. All right, what's next?
All right. Yes. So I have this one. It's called Stay in Touch. This was my very first spoken word piece that I wrote when I first started doing poetry, and I perform it every time I'm, at an event because, people enjoy it. I'll share the fun fact before I get to the end. I used Tyrese Gibson, actor, singer. A lot of people don't remember Tyrese used to sing.
Yeah.
And the man's amazing.
Yeah.
So I used his first album, all the titles, the song titles in that album in order. I wrote this poem around those song titles.
Okay.
So that's how I worked it out. All right, just stay in touch. Nobody else has given me what she gives me. She challenges my mind. She brings additional drive towards my success, but the crazy thing is, I haven't known her that long. Her conversation gives me a taste of home because her dialect is of which my kin so pleasantly beat against my eardrums, and listening to her speak is music, and I dance. She manipulates my senses. My ears two-step to her voice. My mouth salsas to the substance of her sentences. I slide when I feel her genuine honesty. My eyes river dance to the movement of her lips, and she smells like forever. So tell me how one who spent so little time in my life can make me feel like she's been there for years, or like she should have been. I tell myself be easy because I learned the hard way that life guarantees no promises, so I pay attention to my moves with this sweet lady because sweet can go sour instantly. Lately I've been on my selfishness because previously I've been so focused on the happiness of others, while mine was simply passing me by. Bypassing any potential situation that'll give love a try, I kiss love goodbye because when I love hard. As a result, I grew soft-hearted and was left scarred, so yeah, I'm more guarded and less open, but I find myself jonesing to get on the phone and talk. My Joneses don't walk, they run, so it's a task to keep up, but I ran track, so a good dash to me is fun. Ain't nothing like a Jones embedded in bone marrow, especially when you're so used to your voice falling on deaf ears, and that Jones hears you loud and clear. See, I've been put down by statements like, your standards are too high. When you get yours, don't worry about mine, because if you think mine are too high, maybe yours are too low. What do you need? See, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beep. I got to a point where I felt no one deserved to taste my love because for some reason, no one's teeth seemed strong enough to chew it. But that's a stage that I can't go on because it looks like I've been proven wrong. So I will ensure that poetry and I stay in touch. Peace.
Wow. Very cool. That's okay. All right, man. He's blessing us, y'all. If you're listening, if you're in earshot of this program, you're getting some good gold this morning.
Oh man, thank you. That one, it was fun. You know, like I said, it was early on when I started, and just because I came into poetry as I was a rapper. I came from battle rap and just writing rhymes, but when I was younger, I didn't really share those things with my circles because I'm shy. I still am, but I've learned to kind of put that away and just really be able to step out of my comfort zones. But now I'm outside.
Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah. You have any more? Yeah, I have one more.
Okay. I have one more I want to do.
All right.
This one is it's called Who Am I? And it's pretty self-explanatory. All right. Who am I? It's a question I ask myself as often as the sun rises. I'm an overthinker on overdrive. I'd pull over to an answer once every full moon, or at least it felt that way. Shouldering self-doubt was like pulling my weight in gold. See, every mirror was broken. All I saw were kaleidoscope shards of a potential whole, pieces of a person I wanted to be, before the world told me who I should be. In my search for my peace, I've been piecing things together, and now I know what I look like and where I'm going, so I keep it in front of me for reference as I gather all the flat-edge pieces of the border. I'm a puzzle. See, everyone can appreciate the idea of solving a Rubik's Cube, but very few will appreciate the process of figuring it out. See, those few people are my kind of people. They respect the journey. They understand that the process towards achieving is where all the achievements are. They get that the roads leading towards your destination teaches you the lessons required for your arrival. So while you're on your way, be sure to take in the scenery. Who am I? I'm the kind of guy who tries to view existence through rose-colored lenses. I see the likes within dislikes, the brighter sides of the darker moments. I acknowledge the silver linings. You see, I hate spiders, but I love spider webs. Even more when peppered with raindrops. My wardrobe mainly consists of black, blues, and grays, but all of my socks have just a bit more color because I've learned that life is too short for plain socks. That's a hashtag. See, public speaking terrifies me, but I love to perform. There will always be hardships to wade through when the outcomes are worth getting wet for. Who am I? I'm the fatherless father who thought he might have gone farther if he had one. I eventually saw that his inability to stand tall for me has nothing to do with how I sit with myself. His choices were his and mine are mine, but I can't ignore the similarities. Now, neither can you. Who am I? I'm the proud father to a demigod. He is armed with a heart as large as existence and a smile that could light the darkest of nights. In my darkest of times, his smile torches the path toward uncovering all of my greatness. He is as beautiful as the sunrise, and I've never been prouder of the morning. Who am I? See, I'm the survivor of not one but 2 bouts with homelessness. The one person who knew lives 10 states away. I swore my brother to secrecy. I survived. And the only reason I told him was so he'd know where to look in case I didn't. I suffered in silence and wrote through the pain. Asking for help grew to be harder than stone. The past has proved that I'm a poor judge of character when I'm not okay. So I stopped checking for who had my back because having it against the wall only dug the knives deeper. Who am I? It's a question I ask myself as often as the sun rises. You are nouned by your verb, meaning you are what you do. And if that is indeed a fact, then I'm amazing because everything I do is. I could never look bad. I am perfectly flawed. You see, home is where the hatred was. I found Gil Scott-Heron's words far too familiar. Nina Simone encouraged me to leave tables that were no longer serving love because I deserved to be served nothing less than love. I'm a conversation between Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin. I'm a collaborative piece by Bob Ross and Basquiat, a blend of neo-expressionism and happy accidents. So fly, I tattooed a wing on one side of my back and an anchor on the other because I tend to get a bit carried away. and I get royally grounded. You have never seen a tree adjust his crown until now. Who am I? They say I'm a poet, but they don't know the half. I'm a wordsmith, a rhyme bender, a melanated magician of manuscript, the toucher of hearts, the bringer of tears, the creator of smiles. And if I really get into my bag, my quills will force governments to deploy their militaries to mop oceans. I don't play about my pen. I talk a good game because I'm a man of my words. Centuries from now, when I'm dead and gone, they'll discover my notebooks, intending to display them in museums. They'll find them, decode them, and learn how to move masses through self-expression, then realize it's way too much power for the public eye, so they'll lock them away to prevent them from falling into the right hands. Worlds will wage wars over the secrets between the lines of my pages, so if I ever wrote about you, you're welcome for the immortality. Who am I? It's a question I ask myself as often as the sun rises. See, every sunrise is a new beginning. So every time you open your eyes, give thanks and ask yourself, who am I going to be today? Peace.
Wow. Oh. Woo! My goodness. Awesome. Benny Pharr. Benny, tell the people how they can follow you on social media, and do you have any events coming up they need to know about?
Oh, thank you, sir. My name is Benny Pharr. My stage name is Silent Quill. You can find me on all socials at Silent the Writer, spelled just like that, Silent the Writer. As far as events go, I took Poetry Month off because I had a lot going on, life-wise and everything. So, normally I participate in the 30-30 where, you pick every day of the month to write a poem and all that. I kind of just, took that time to embrace other people's work and just focus on myself and, get myself together. But next month, you'll find me at Poets Realm initially. I don't have anything lined up just yet. Okay. But you'll find me at Poets Realm.
And are they still first and fourth Wednesday at the...
Yep. First and fourth Wednesday at
Bridgeport Creates downtown. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So check them out if you've never been. I went for the first time like 6 years ago and stumbled onto a community that I didn't know existed, and now they're all my friends.
Absolutely.
So it's great. It's great to have you on the team, and I'm glad we could highlight you and focus on your skills today. And again, be blessed, man. Have a good day.
No, thanks so much. I appreciate having me. I'm blessed to be here.
That's Benny Pharr. We got a few minutes left. He mentioned one of the greats, Gil Scott-Heron, so we're going to drop a little Gil Scott-Heron on the way out. I'm the Doctor. This is the Doc Hardy Show. I'm WPKN.